Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, everywhere you are. I greet every one of you. May God continue bless us. May God continue guide us. Ẹ̀yin olùgbọ́ mi, ẹ káàárọ̀, ẹ káàsán, ẹ káalẹ́ ní gbogbo ibi tí ẹ bá ti ń wò mí ní àgbáyé. Mo kí gbogbo wa lápapọ̀. Mo dẹ̀ fi eléyìí ṣàlàyé pé gbogbo ibi tí gbogbo ojú tẹ fi ń wò mí ò ní fọ́ o. Gbogbo etí tẹ fi ń gbọ́ mi ò ní dí. Àwa la máa wá, ẹ̀yin náà ni mo máa bá láṣẹ Elédùmarè. Ilẹ̀ Yorùbá ni ó gbọ́dọ̀ bọ́ lọ́wọ́ àwọn ìjọba amúnisìn. Ilẹ̀ Yorùbá gbọ́dọ̀ bọ́ lóko ẹrú. Ẹ má bínú. Ilẹ̀ Yorùbá ó gbọ́dọ̀ bọ́ ní oko ẹrú. Lára ohun tí a ti máa ń wí tẹ́lẹ̀ rí lórí ọ̀rọ̀ ilẹ̀ Yorùbá, àní ọ̀nà wo ni a fẹ́ fi gbára wa là, àní ọ̀nà wo ni a fẹ́ gbé gbà tá fi lè bọ́ ní ọwọ́ àwọn ìjọba ìkà ènìyàn, lọ́wọ́ àwọn ìjọba tá a gbé síbẹ̀ pé ẹ máa ṣe olórí fún wa, torí pé ìlú kan ò gbọ́dọ̀ wà kó má sí olórí, ìlú kan ò gbọ́dọ̀ wà kó má sí ẹni tí a lè gbé ọ̀rọ̀ ara wa lọ bá. Tí a bá rí ìkùnsínú láàrin ẹnìkan àbẹ́ni méjì, pàápàá tí a dẹ̀ ń fẹ́ ìtẹ̀síwájú fún ìlú wa, ó di dandan kí a gbé olórí síbẹ̀ gẹ́gẹ́ bí ohun tó máa gbẹnu gbogbo wa sọ̀rọ̀ pé báyìí ni ẹja rìn, báyìí ni ẹja tọ́ tó fi lè dá láàrin ìlú. Ìdí tí a fi ń gbé àwọn olórí, ta fi yan olórí nìyí nílùú, torí èmi ò lè máa sọ̀rọ̀ kí wọ́n máa sọ̀rọ̀ níbi tí wọ́n bá ti ń sọ̀rọ̀ tèmi ń sọ̀rọ̀ lórí ìtẹ̀síwájú ìlú. Eléyìí ó máa ní báyìí ní ká ṣe, tọ̀hún ó máa ní báyìí ní ká ṣe. Àmọ́ bí ò bá sí olórí tó máa gbé méjèèjì tọ̀tún sòsì, tó máa gbé wò, tó máa lè tọ̀ wá sọ́nà pé ókè, mo ti gbé tọ̀tún wò, mo ti gbé tòsì wò, gbogbo ẹ̀ náà là á múlò, àmọ́ ẹja kọ̀tọ̀ báyìí ná. Sorry. Ìdí tí a ṣe gbọ́dọ̀ ní olórí nílùú ó ṣe pàtàkì. Now lórí ọ̀rọ̀ Lekki toll gate, lórí ọ̀rọ̀ Lekki toll gate, lórí ọ̀rọ̀ Lekki toll gate, mo ń bọ̀ náà, ẹ jẹ́ kí n play orin yìí ná kí tó wá padà sórí ọ̀rọ̀ tá à ń bá lọ.
go show him face for grand fighter. Rich man wey see money, omo we now dey see their face for grand fighter. Tell me something I don't know why. Rich man go dey yalla pe ah, poor man go dey shout. Rich man go dey yalla pe ah, poor man go dey shout. I wanna just well, don't let this nation to fall inside well. Mr. President,
He does well.
if you be governor,
Governors well.
if you be police,
Police well. Money governors well.
if you be senator,
Senator well.
if you be police.
Police well. Money take breath.
What about the NEPA people who no get light? Everybody just say Allah. Well, not day now we want survive. Many youth ready for work, but as work not day now we want survive. He will tell you say I say that thing to make on a leader well.
Governors well.
If you be senator,
Senator well. Police well. Money take bribe. Leaders well.
can kiss the name of the party. People join people na the name of the party. Election for my country na this na disgrace. I am so ashamed of radio pan gonna lead us well. No let this nation to fall inside well. Mr. President,
Lead us well.
if you be governor,
Governors well.
if you be senator,
Senator well.
police,
Police well. Money take bribe. Leaders well. Governors well.
if you be senator,
Senator well.
if you be police.
Police well. Money take bribe.
I'm a nothing dey pa. Thank you.
thank you. ẹ ṣeun. ní ọ̀rọ̀ tí mò ń bá bọ̀ lórí ọ̀rọ̀ Nàìjíríà àní lórí ọ̀rọ̀ ilẹ̀ Yorùbá àní ilẹ̀ Yorùbá ó di dandan kí a bọ́ lé òkú ẹrú. àní protest tí wọ́n ṣe ní Lẹ́kí àbí EndSARS tí wọ́n ṣe kọjá ó ṣe wá jẹ́ pé ilẹ̀ Yorùbá ni wọ́n ti pa ènìyàn. àní ó ṣe wá jẹ́ pé south east nìkan ni àwọn òṣìkà ènìyàn. ọ̀nà wo la fi lè fi gbára wálẹ̀ ṣé tá a ṣe máa bá lọ náà nìyí. àwọn tí wọ́n mú tí wọ́n protest tí wọ́n mú wọ́n padà mú wọn nígbà tí wọ́n tọ́pa àwọn ènìyàn ní Lẹ́kí tó ń ti bẹ́ẹ̀ àwọn ìjọba wa ó tún yìí ń parọ́ sanwó ogbó sanwó okú ó tún yìí ń parọ́. wọ́n ń parọ́. àmọ́ ṣé àwọn ìjọba ànáwọn gọ́fúnà àwọn pírẹ́sidẹ̀ntì tí a yàn sípò yìí àwọn sẹ́nítọ̀ yìí tá a yàn sípò ẹ jọ̀wọ́ mélòó ni wọ́n? ṣé wọ́n pọ̀ jù wá lọ ní àbáwá la pọ̀ jù wọ́n lọ? báwo la ṣe fẹ́ gbára wálẹ̀ lọ́wọ́ àwọn ìkà ènìyàn yìí? mo fi àsìkò yìí kí gbogbo ẹ̀yin generation sọ̀rọ̀ sókè mo kí yín ẹ kú iṣẹ́. láṣẹ Ọlọ́run Elédùmarè gbogbo wa náà láàjọ rí ó yá new Nigeria ní àbí Oòduà nation láṣẹ Elédùmarè gbogbo wa náà láàjọ rí ẹnì kọ́kọ́ ò ní kúnnu wa kọ̀rán ká kú àwọn ọ̀tá wa náà wọlé fi aṣọ bora ìfilẹ̀ ṣe aṣọ bora àní kọ̀rán ká kú àwọn ọ̀tá wa àwọn tá a yàn síbẹ̀ yìí àwọn ọ̀tá inú àwọn ìkà olórí wa yìí láṣẹ Ọlọ́run Elédùmarè àwọn ni yóò padà fi wálẹ̀ sáyé láìpẹ́ láì jìnnà dẹni torí wọn ò bẹ lọ́run pé ká kúrò lóko ẹrú wọn ò tẹ́ ẹ̀ fẹ́ pé ká kúrò lóko ẹrú àmọ́ gbogbo etí tó bá ń gbọ́ mi mo fẹ́ kẹ́ ẹ mọ̀ kinní kan pé alágbára kò ní fẹ́ fi agbára sílẹ̀ o mo fẹ́ ká mọ̀ eléyìí ẹni tó bá wà nípò agbára kò ní fẹ́ fi agbára sílẹ̀ àyàfi ṣe ẹni tá a ṣe jáde papọ̀ ní àsìkò EndSARS yìí ẹ má jò sú wa gbogbo àwọn EndSARS yìí gbogbo àwọn tó lọ ń ṣàpátápátá wọ́n ń fi eléyìí fẹ́ máa ṣẹ̀rùbá wá ní o kó ba lè sú wa mo fẹ́ kẹ́ ẹ mọ̀ pé àwọn gan bẹ̀rù ẹ má rò pé wọn kò bẹ̀rù kódà wọ́n ń bẹ̀rù jù tiwa lọ torí kí ni olówó ò fẹ́ kú àní torí kí ni ẹni tó wà nípò gíga kò ń fẹ́ filẹ̀ lọ sáyé mo kí gbogbo ẹ̀yin tẹ́ ẹ dìde ẹ má wàá jó sú wa ẹ má jò rẹ̀ wá ìjà wa ṣẹ̀ṣẹ̀ bẹ̀rẹ̀ ni ìjà wa ṣẹ̀ṣẹ̀ bẹ̀rẹ̀ ni àní ọ̀nà tá a lè fi gbára wálẹ̀ náà ni pé kájọ máa sowọ́pọ̀ ọ̀nà tá a lè fi gbára wálẹ̀ nìyẹn torí pé a ò ní ìjọba kankan tó nífẹ̀ẹ́ mẹ̀kúnnù bó tilẹ̀ ó kéré mọ́ a ní bó tilẹ̀ ó kéré mọ́ a níjọba kankan tó nífẹ̀ẹ́ mẹ̀kúnnù mo fẹ́ kẹ́ mọ̀ yìí kò síjọba o kò sí èèyàn kankan tá a rí lóde òní tó nífẹ̀ẹ́ mẹ̀kúnnù bó lè ó kéré mọ́ ẹ má wàá jó sú wa ẹ má jò rẹ̀ wá mo wo fídíò kan láàárọ̀ yìí fídíò yìí ṣé Lai Muhammed wọ́n ń pe ọkùnrin àbí ta ni wọ́n ń pè é ẹ jọ̀wọ́ ṣóun ni olórí wa ni àbí ta ni gan-an lolórí wa kí ló dé tí Muhammadu Buhari ò sọ̀rọ̀ pàtó lórí ọ̀rọ̀ ìṣẹ̀lẹ̀ tó ṣẹlẹ̀ ní Lekki toll gate? Kí ló dé tí ò sọ̀rọ̀? Till now Muhammadu Buhari ò máa sọ̀rọ̀. Ìyẹn olórí orílẹ̀-èdè Nàìjíríà. Kí ló dé tí ò sọ̀rọ̀? Kí ló dé pé Lai Muhammed àbí kí ló ti porúkọ ẹ̀ tí ń bá sí pé ẹ jẹ́ mọ́ ẹ̀yin ẹ̀gbọ́n mi, bàbá mi, àbúrò mi, tẹ bá ń padà ń wò mí àbí tẹ̀ ń wò mí lọ́wọ́lọ́wọ́, tẹ bá sì pé ẹ jẹ́ mọ́. Kí ló dé tí afẹ̀yìntì General Muhammadu Buhari, kí ló dé tí ò sọ̀rọ̀ nípa ẹ̀? Mi ó play fídíò ti Lai Muhammed yìí fún yín. Àní kò tíì sí, a ò tíì rí lóde òní tí a wà yìí lára àwọn tó wà ní ipò àwọn olórí wa tó nífẹ̀ẹ́ mẹ̀kúnnù, a ò rí o, a ò tíì rí. A ò tíì rí. A ò tíì rí. Ẹ jẹ́ kí n play fídíò yìí ná tí a tó tún máa bá ọ̀rọ̀ nìṣó. Mo ń bọ̀. Fídíò yẹn ni mò ń dọ́gbọ́n wá kí ẹ gbọ́ nǹkan tí, bó tẹ̀ jẹ́ pé fídíò tí mo fẹ́ play yìí yálà ọ̀pọ̀lọpọ̀ wa ti wò ó àbí a ò tí ì wò ó àbí a ṣẹ̀fẹ̀ máa wò ó ni. Ìkọ̀kan ni mo fẹ́ fi jẹ́ kí a rí níbẹ̀. Ìkọ̀kan mo fẹ́ ká rí níbẹ̀. Nǹkan tí mo dẹ̀ fẹ́ ká rí wò níbi fídíò yìí ni pé tí mo fẹ́ ká gbọ́ ní pàtó pẹ̀lú irọ́ ribiribi tí Lai Muhammed yìí sọ. Lai Muhammed náà ni. Bàbá, ẹni bá súnmọ́ kó tè sọ fún un, ó ti gbó, ẹ ti dàgbà, ẹ lọ jókòó pẹ̀lú rọ́ yín tẹ̀ ń pa kiri. Kí ni mo fẹ́ ká fàyọ lórí ọ̀rọ̀ náà? Òun ni pé màá fẹ́ kẹ́ ẹ fetí ara yín gbọ́ níbi tó ti sọ pé torí àwọn olùbéèrè agbègbè ẹni wọ́n ti ń béèrè ọ̀rọ̀ lọ́wọ́ ẹ̀. Ẹnìkan béèrè ọ̀rọ̀ lọ́wọ́ ẹ̀ nípa ti sójà, àwọn sójà tí wọ́n lọ sí Lẹ́kí tíjọba Èkó tó pè wọ́n tó kọ́ ń deny. tó parọ́ ló ń jẹ́ bẹ́ẹ̀. tó ń parọ́ ìgbà tó yá ó parọ́ pé òun ò rán wọn sójà. ìgbà tí sójà jáde pé òun ló rán àwọn, ó tún parọ́ pé èèyàn méjì kú àmọ́ àwọn sójà kan ló pa wọ́n. bẹ́ẹ̀ sì ni pé bí a bá gbé ọmọdé síbi oyè a nídìí àgbàlagbà láti máa tọ́ ọ sọ́nà. ẹ jọ̀wọ́ àgbàlagbà wo ló wà ní Nàìjíríà bí a ṣe ń sọ̀rọ̀ yìí tẹ́rí tó nífẹ̀ẹ́ mẹ̀kúnnù? àní àgbàlagbà wo ló wà ní Nàìjíríà láwọn tó ti ṣèjọba rí tẹ́rí tó rí ẹ̀ pé nínú wọn? àní àwọn àgbàlagbà wo lẹ rí lára àwọn tí ó wà ní ipò ìjọba ríṣẹ́ tẹ́rí tó nífẹ̀ẹ́ mẹ̀kúnnù, tó jẹ́ pé mẹ̀kúnnù bí ẹ̀mí wọn ò ṣe bọ́ lọ́wọ́ àwọn ọlọ́pàá àbí àwọn sójà. kí ẹ bóde kí ẹ jẹ́ ká mọ̀, torí nínú òye tèmi kò sí ọlọ́pàá kankan, kò sí àgbàlagbà kan tí ìmọ̀ràn lọ́wọ́ ẹ̀ pé kó lè fún ọmọdé tó wà ní ipò ìjọba nímọ̀ràn tó lè fún ní ìmọ̀ràn tó dáa. mo fi ń dá yín lójú bó ṣe ń bọ̀ lórí fídíò yẹn o, ẹ má bínú. Sanwó-Olú yìí kò ń ṣe ẹni tó jẹ́ ìkà ènìyàn, àmọ́ tábà ní kò ń ṣe ẹni tó jẹ́ ìkà ènìyàn, ẹni tá a bá bẹ̀rẹ̀ àbí kó sẹ́ndì sójà fún yàn, òun náà ó ti wù ú ṣe lọ́tọ̀ ni, torí àní ní kúkọ́. ìmọ̀ràn ni Sanwó-Olú gbà. Sanwó-Olú tó pẹ̀rẹ̀ Sanwó-Olú, ìmọ̀ràn ló gbà lọ́wọ́ àwọn apanijayé tí ò fẹ́ kí mẹ̀kúnnù kúrò nípò ẹrú, tí ò fẹ́ kí a kúrò nípò ìṣẹ́, tí ò fẹ́ yẹ ká kúrò nípò ebi, kọ́ba lè máa rí wa lò tó bá ti di àsìkò ìbò. ìmọ̀ràn ló gbà, àmọ́ ṣé ẹni tá a fún nímọ̀ràn ìkà tó gbà á ṣáà wá ní òun ọgán kò ń ṣèkà ni? ìkà lòun náà, àmọ́ kò tún gbọ́dọ̀ má gbà á, torí pé ajá Tinubu ni. àmọ́ tá a bá ti fi ẹnìkan jófin nínú àwọn òṣìkà ìlú yìí, ẹ má jẹ́ ń tàn yín, àwa mẹ̀kúnnù kọ́lọ́njẹ́ ànísìmí ni. àní nínú òye mi pẹ̀lú àwọn ọ̀rọ̀ àjò ìlú káàkiri tí mo ti lọ, pàápàá ìlú tó népo bíi tiwa, ẹ má jọ máa parọ́ tàn yín jẹ pé yá pọ̀ o, rárá o. àìmọye ìlú tó népo bíi tiwa tó jẹ́ pé èèyàn tó wà nínú ìlú náà àtàlejò àtọ́nílé wọ́n pọ̀ ju ará ìlú wa lọ. Ẹ má jẹ́ máa fi dúdú pé funfun fún wa. Ààyè ìgbà yẹn ti kọjá tó máa parọ́ tó wà jẹ. Ó ti kọjá. Ẹ wo Lai Muhammed yìí, ó ní nínú ánsà sí ìbéèrè tí wọ́n béèrè lọ́wọ́ ẹ̀, ó ní lótìtọ́ ni àwọn sójà wá, àwọn ò deny torí pé kò sí ọ̀nà tó fi lè deny mọ́ ní o. Aláwọ̀ ò deny, ó ní àmọ́ òkè ni àwọn sójà yìnbọn sí. Wọ́n ti wá gbàgbé pé ayé ìsìn tá a wà kò ń ṣe ayé ìgbà tí wọ́n ń parọ́ tí wọ́n mú jẹ. Àná ayé ìsìn tá a wà yìí kò ń ṣe àsìkò ìgbà tí kò ń ṣe ayé ìgbà tí wọ́n ń parọ́ tí wọ́n mú jẹ. Kò ń ṣe ayé ìgbà yẹn. Ẹ jẹ́ n kọ́kọ́ play fídíò kémi náà wàá mú fídíò ẹ̀rí tèmi wá pé lórí tí àwọn sójà tí wọ́n ṣe ń yìnbọn straight bullet. Àwọn kan yìnbọn sókè inú wọn lótìtọ́, àwọn kan lè sì yin straight bullet. Wọ́n yin straight bullet sáwọn ènìyàn. Ẹ jẹ́ n play fídíò Lai Muhammed ibi tó ti sọ̀rọ̀ kí tó wá mú ẹ̀rí tèmi náà wá. Although fídíò yìí ó gùn o, fídíò yìí gùn, àmọ́ mo ṣọ́ọ̀tì ẹ̀ ká lè torí sábà àsìkò ká lè gbọ́ àárín ibi tí mo fẹ́ ká gbọ́ nínú ẹ̀. Ọ̀rọ̀ pọ̀ lórí ẹ̀ àmọ́ mo kàn fẹ́ ká mú, mo fẹ́ sáré mú ẹ̀rí ibẹ̀ yẹn wá níwọ̀nba ṣókí. Ọ̀yá ẹ máa wò ó.
The testimony of Brigadier General Ahmed Taiwo, who said blank ammo was fired. And the question I would actually want to ask is, where did they get their own live bullets from? You see, because the general gave his testimony publicly and went as far as saying this is what blank ammo does, and that nobody can stand and face live ammunition. That if indeed the soldiers fired live ammunition at protesters very soon later the program. You never said soldiers did not go to the toll gate. Of course they did. They shot into the air and we want to be contradicted.
Okay, let's have you.
Honorable Minister, good morning. My name is Igor Kiroga. I work for the Guardian newspapers. A lot the paragraphs in your statement talked about the ongoing judicial panel of inquiry in Lagos and that everyone is awaiting the outcome. But you have also, in another breath, you have discharged and acquitted the army, the security forces, and you have said that there are no bodies. Now, is this not putting some pressure on the outcome of the judicial panel of inquiry? Thank you, sir.
May I ask you, how does that? But while awaiting the outcome of the panel, as of today, this is the situation. Okay. Who knows anybody whose son or daughter or what is missing, or who was at the toll gate Lekki on the 20th and is unaccounted for? Such fellow should please proceed straight to the judicial panel. Pressure on the judicial panel.
Yes, sir. Sir, my name is Felix Omo, and I write for Reuters News Agency. You said CNN is going to be sanctioned by government for the... Yes, what kind of sanction do you likely going to make to them? That's one. Two, the PSATs, the youths, they send a representative for dialogue. And at the same time, some of the organizers, some of the members are being prosecuted, their accounts are being frozen. How do you reconcile this dialogue, prosecution? Do you think they have the confidence of really coming to have a dialogue with the federal government? What's your reaction to it?
Felix, I explained the steps that was which was that.
ẹ má bínú ibi ìbéèrè tí mo fẹ́ ká fàyọ tí mo fẹ́ fàyọ wọ́n ti bèrè yẹn kọjá, òun náà dẹ̀ ti fún wọn ní èsì ẹ̀ tó ní òun àwọn sójà àwọn ò ní wọn ò wá, ó ní wọ́n wá àmọ́ òkè ni wọ́n yin ìbọn sí. Ohun tí ẹ̀rí tèmi mú wá lórí pé òkè ni wọ́n yin ìbọn sí, màá play fún yín ẹ gbọ́. Bó tẹ̀jú lè jẹ́ pé mo sì máa padà play fídíò yìí lórí ọ̀rọ̀ àwọn EndSARS tí wọ́n padà mú káàkiri yìí. Welcome, my brother, Rita Morgan. Welcome, sir. May God continue bless you. Now, you might play video ibi tí ẹ̀rí tí mo ní lórí ti àwọn sójà tó ní wá tó ní wọn yìnbọn pa àwọn ènìyàn. Ẹ wo ẹ̀rí tèmi báyìí. Mo ń bọ̀. Ó yá, ẹ má bá mi ká lọ.
The Nigerian government denies this happened. A peaceful protest turned deadly.
The police came, we were peaceful. They came and started shooting at us.
CNN investigated the events at Lekki Tollgate the night of October 20th in Lagos, Nigeria. After analyzing hours of footage, we are going to tell a story that is radically different than the one the authorities are telling.
Now peaceful protest, Abi? Okay, make everybody the same. Now, where's the flag?
This is Godson. He was one of the demonstrators having fun live streaming the event. He, like many others, gathered in a peaceful demonstration of discontent after weeks of protest against what they called systemic police brutality and corruption. What Godson and the protesters did not know is that the army is already on its way. This is Bonny Camp, a military garrison on the south side of Lagos. We know through analysing footage they left at 6:29 p.m. heading towards Lekki Tollgate. We can see here the Nigerian government forces approaching. The protesters are gathered on the other side of the gate. As Nigerian forces get closer, you can see shots. At 6:43 p.m., we start hearing gunfire. We know this from the timestamp and data on this video. Here's another angle.
They are releasing fire. They are releasing fire.
Nigerian authorities say they fired blanks into the air and not at protesters. But CNN obtained video that appears to show the army shooting toward the crowd. Here, and at the top of your screen, here. In the midst of the chaotic scenes is DJ Switch, a Nigerian celebrity and activist. She is broadcasting live on Instagram.
I wanted people to see what was happening. I didn't want anybody to come and...
You can see here, people at the scene trying to conduct CPR.
Please explain to me how, in which part of the world do you go to a protest with live bullets?
Everybody look at this. These are the bullets that were falling by our side, that we're dodging bullets.
CNN has verified that these bullet casings are from live ammunition. They are of mixed origin. Some are Serbian. This one from 2005. Nigerian military sources verified to us that these are munitions that are currently in use by Nigeria's army. And in collaboration with the Balkan Investigative Reporting Network, we were also able to procure Serbian export documents, proving that Nigeria purchased weaponry from Serbia for almost every year between 2005 and 2016. The shooting continued past midnight. Eyewitnesses tell us it wasn't just the army. At this point, they say police arrive and open fire.
My hand is broken, my leg is broken, and police are still shooting at us. And if I don't make it through the night, let it be known that I died fighting for our freedom.
So why were live rounds used at a peaceful protest? Many family members of those still missing are asking that question as they hunt for answers or the bodies of their loved ones. Elisha's brother Victor was at the protest that night.
Someone picked my brother's phone and called me and said that my brother Victor Sunday is among of those people that was shot at Lekki Tollgate. And I entered into the hospital and searched. I did not see him. And we are trying our best to just find him, but there is no way to find him.
What we're about to show you is incredibly graphic, but it's also incredibly important. This is Elisha's brother Victor. The data in this footage shows it was filmed at 1:04 a.m. at Lekki Tollgate. Elisha says he received a call about his brother's death around this time. This places Victor exactly at the location of the protest on the night witnesses say they were shot at. This is important because Nigerian authorities deny anyone was killed at the scene. Since this incident, CNN has contacted over 100 protesters and family members.
They pointed their guns at us and they listened.
We asked what they heard.
When we had gunshots from behind the toll
and felt.
This is where I was shot and the bullet went through my back.
Many are in hiding. Some have fled the country. CNN tried to share these findings with the Nigerian army but received no response. Lagos state authorities would not comment on our reporting until they said a judicial panel of inquiry presents its findings. The wait for answers here continues.
Ẹ ṣeun, òun lẹ ti gbọ́ yẹn. Mo kí bọ́dà mi Ọlálékan Ọláfífimí hàn Wàsíù. Lóòjò dá fún yín tó pọ̀. Àwọn bọ́dà mi dáadáa nìyẹn. Fídíò tí mo play ìtàn yìí, àwọn CNN wọ́n ṣe gbogbo fídíò yẹn ẹ rí ibi tí àwọn sójà tí wọ́n ẹ rí àwọn sójà àwọn CNN tó ṣe pọ́ìntì gbogbo pọ́ìntì yẹn. wọ́n tún fi ń yé wa pé CNN tún fi ń yé wa pé àwọn ti gbìyànjú láti share story pẹ̀lú àwọn Nigeria Army àmọ́ wọn fún àwọn ní èsì. àkọ́kọ́ tí mo kọ́ fẹ́ sọ lórí ọ̀rọ̀ yìí ni pé kọ́kọ́ mi má lọ fò ó. a nídìí gbogbo ẹ̀rí yìí ẹ̀yin èèyàn wa ẹ má wulẹ̀ bẹ̀rù gbogbo ẹni tí fídíò tí fóònù ò bá strong ẹ ra power bike ẹ máa fi ṣáàjì ní àsìkò ìgbà tó bá múná dé. a kú mọ̀ pé wọn ò fẹ́ kí a lo ná torí wọn ò fẹ́ ká kúrò lóko ẹrú, wọn ò fẹ́ ká máa mọ ohun tó ń lọ níta. gbogbo àwa tá a ní àǹfààní láti máa gbọ́ ọ̀rọ̀ wa káàkiri àgbáyé a ní ohun láti ṣe tó pọ̀. ẹ já máa dálúdọ̀ àwọn fídíò yìí ká máa fi bójá máa pírètè náà ní fídíò DVD fọ́wọn èèyàn wa láti máa rí wò kọ́ máa mọ̀ pé kò ń ṣàwa nìkan là ń jìjà yìí, gbogbo àgbáyé pátápátá wà lẹ́yìn wa. ẹ má wulẹ̀ bẹ̀rù. ẹ̀rù ó ní fídíò kan tó yẹ kí n tẹ̀ kọ́kọ́ play tó mú Lai Muhammed tó jẹ́ kó jáde láti wá. fídíò yẹn máa play nísìnyí. nǹkan tó mú láti jáde láti wá sọ̀rọ̀ nìyẹn because tó fẹ́ sọ̀rọ̀ tẹ́lẹ̀ àbí ó ṣe wá jẹ́ àsìkò yìí ló wá sọ̀rọ̀ látìgbà tí ìṣẹ̀ ti ṣẹlẹ̀. ṣèbí lẹ́yìn ìgbà tí wọ́n ṣe fídíò yìí jáde tí wọ́n interview DJ tí ó sá lásìgbà tó rí pé wọ́n ń gbé àwọn tí ojú wọn ṣò as a leader nínú protester ẹ̀sà sọ̀rọ̀ sókè. àwọn CNN wọ́n interview arábìnrin yìí ọlọ́run òjò dáa fún púpọ̀. arábìnrin náà sọ̀rọ̀ tó pọ̀ ó jẹ́ kí gbogbo wa mọ̀ pé òun dúró lákọ òun sì ń bọ̀ nílùú. ọlọ́run òjò dáa fún un. jọ̀wọ́ mo fi àsìkò yìí ọlọ́run yóò dé ẹ̀mí ẹ sí yóò jẹ́ kí ẹ̀mí ẹ gùn. gbogbo ẹni tó bá ní okú nínú àwọn ọ̀bàlújẹ́ yìí àwọn ló máa rọ́pò ẹ̀mí ẹ ló máa gba ikú ẹkú. àní gbogbo ẹni tó bá ní okú nínú àwọn òṣìkà ìlú tá a ní lólórí yìí, àwọn apànìyàn tá a ní gẹ́gẹ́ bí olórí yìí tó bá ní okú sẹ́ àwọn ọmọ wọn náà rọ́pò ikú tiẹ̀ pẹ̀lú ògo Ọlọ́run ó dẹ̀mí ẹ sí lógún. ẹ̀mí gbogbo wa náà ní ogun lápapọ̀ láṣẹ Ọlọ́run ọba. ìyẹn àwa mẹ̀kúnnù mò ń ṣàdúrà fún, mi ìṣàdúrà fún àwọn olówó ìkà, àwọn ìṣìkà olórí wa. ó ti fi yé wa pé òun máa padà wá, lẹ́yìn ìgbà tóun ti sọ ẹ̀dàn inú tóun ti sọ ọ̀rọ̀ tó wà nínú òun yìí, òun ti sọ jáde, ọkàn òun ti fúyẹ́, òun padà wá. ọ̀rọ̀ tí Lai Muhammed gbọ́ nìyí tó yẹ kó jáde lónìí ẹ jẹ́ kí n play fídíò yẹn kẹ́gbọ́ ká tún máa bá ọ̀rọ̀ wa bọ̀.
What happened that night and what has happened since, and we thank you for doing that. The videos that you posted have made you a target, and there are claims that the Nigerian army has been trailing you, threatening your life and forcing you to flee the country. The army has denied those claims, saying, and I quote, "There are bigger fish to fry," end quote. Tell us what you saw that night and what is going on now.
Well, thank you for having me, Becky. Thank you for giving us your platform to continue talking and sharing the story. What I experienced that day was the worst in my life. The Nigerian army that is supposed to protect us came with no warning, none, nobody, no representative to come speak to us first. At least they just came in guns blazing. We heard gunshots from behind the toll gate, because we were on one side of the toll gate, and we heard gunshots from behind and people running. So what we did was just to go down and sit down and just stay still, wave our flags. So because we believed that if we waved our flags, they would see that we are not here to cause any harm. We're not here to cause any troubles. We're just here protesting, as is our right to do so. So there was no warning, nothing. They came shooting. People were just dropping. I can't even explain that to you. It was such a chaotic scene that most times I find it difficult to close my eyes without seeing those scenes. And after they left, the Nigerian police came, SARS to be precise, because looking at the uniform, the ones we could see, and especially one man that was putting on white, I don't know who he is or something, but he had a pistol, kind of like a small gun, and he was just shooting at us directly, and we were just running for our lives. That's the short story of it, really.
Just after the Lekki Gate incident, I spoke with the Lagos State Governor. Have a listen to what he told me.
Becky, I genuinely believe there will be change for two reasons. One, you know, what has happened, especially in Lagos, is extremely unimaginable. That's number one. Number two, it was a clear call, you know, for all of us in government, you know, especially, you know, understanding and realizing, you know, what the youth, or what they truly want us to be doing, you know. So it hit all of us like a thunderbolt, and it was just, you know, a wake-up call.
Your response to what you just heard there?
With no due respect, I actually challenge the governor of Lagos State to just say the truth. They know the truth. It's been out there, they're conflicting stories with each other. Nigerians have died. This is not a time to play games. Families are looking for their loved ones. To be honest with you, with regards to me, I don't know how to feel, because in one hand, I'm grateful I'm alive today. In the other hand, I don't know if I should say I'm lucky. It's almost like I'm saying the others were not lucky. It is time that we own up to the things that we're supposed to own up to. The governor has a responsibility to the citizens of Lagos State, and he should say the truth.
Nigeria's president on Tuesday vowed to prevent a repeat of what have been these wider anti-police brutality protests through dialogue and through listening, he says, to all stakeholders. I just wonder, how do his comments make you feel?
To be honest, Becky, at this point, I do not hold what the president of the Federal Republic of Nigeria says to any, I can't hold it to heart. Nigeria is a dictatorship with a democratic face. And I think that is primarily to to please the international communities. It is our right to protest anything that we see and change that we demand. The Nigerian government has used force from the beginning, starting with trying to infiltrate a peaceful protest with thugs. That didn't work out. And then they've moved to bringing the military in. So the same government that says that they had banned SARS, and this is going for 4 to 5 years now, they keep banning the same SARS, is saying that he wants to have a dialogue. The president hasn't even come out once to address the shooting at the toll gate. So no, Becky, I do not take his word to heart. We need action, we need change, and most importantly, we need accountability.
You've said about this whole experience, and I quote here, "It is cause for what I believe is just. It is shock at the response of my government towards the people it is sworn to protect. It is courage to speak up no matter what. And for me, the will to see justice, accountability, and a change in Nigeria, no matter how much is offered to me or threats to me." Do you believe that change will come? And how long do you think you will need to stay in hiding for?
To be honest, I will start with the fact that the will is there. This generation, as we like to call ourselves, we call ourselves Sorosoke. That means speak up. Unlike the past, where they've oppressed our parents, they've misinformed our parents, because we didn't have social media back then. They owned the media houses, they owned the newspapers. But this is a different generation. And that goes to the end where I said that I believe strongly that Nigeria will change. It's not a sprint, it's a marathon. And now the Nigerian people, especially this generation, they are speaking up. The shock for me was to see that for the first time, something that gave me such belief. I never thought I would see Nigerians come together with the same voice and speak in one voice, demanding change, demanding an end to police brutality. I never thought that our government, first time they're seeing this, would respond in the action with which they did. Seizing the passport of Mo, for example, arresting their arms, chasing people out of town and literally out of the country. I believe that the fact that I have given a second chance at this life, I don't know what will happen to me. I don't know what will happen to my career. All my bookings, everything is gone. I don't know. But what I do know is this. The fact that I have this chance, I will use this opportunity to tell the story. No matter the length, no matter the breadth, I would use the opportunity to tell the story. My hope is to go back home. I don't want to run anywhere. People think that I have sought some sort of asylum. That is not a fact. But you can't chase down everything. Those things are not important. I want to be able to go home. But I want to make sure that I've gotten my story out and the story of other witnesses out under oath. And then when I'm done, I go home. If they want to pick me up at that point, there's nothing to try and silence me for anymore. So if they still want to pick me up, no problem.
Yes. Òun náà ni ẹ ti gbọ́ yẹn. Mo fi àsìkò yìí mo fi ṣe àdúrà fún arábìnrin wa yìí kọ́lọ́run bá kó jẹ́ ó dá fún tó pọ̀. A fi àsìkò yìí jẹ́ kó mọ̀ pé kò ń ṣe àwọn nìkan náà ni a ní dá ìyà yẹn táwọn ìjọba ń try láti fi jẹ àwọn tí ó lédi. Dépòdépò kò sí olórí ó sú ọ̀pọ̀lọpọ̀ ènìyàn náà nílùú Nàìjíríà ló yẹ kí wọ́n pawọ́pọ̀. Àwọn gbogbo tí wọ́n ń ṣe yẹn tí wọ́n lọ ń ṣàwọn èèyàn ó ṣe mí láàánú pé ọ̀pọ̀lọpọ̀ àwa tá a wá jáde nígbà protest EndSARS a wá fi wọ́n lẹ̀ à ń jẹ́ kí ọmọ dá jìyà yẹn. Ṣẹ́yìn ò mọ̀ pé ohun tá a bá wí òun náà ni wọ́n gbọ́dọ̀ ṣe fún wa ni. Tá a bá dìde lẹ́ẹ̀kan náà ta blọ́ọ̀kù gbogbo títì pátápátá ta ṣe pọ̀ tó yẹ nígbà EndSARS ẹ má jẹ́ ń tọ̀ yín wọ́n free gbogbo àwọn tó lọ mú yìí lọ́fẹ̀ẹ́ ni tí ò ń ṣe pé kán tó lọ máa mú owó kan wá àmọ́ gẹ́ẹ̀ obìnrin yìí sísítà wa yìí a rọ̀ ọ́ kó má wulẹ̀ sá torí tí wọ́n ṣe ń sá nǹkan tí wọ́n ṣe kò ń ṣe nǹkan tí ó lòdì sí òfin gbogbo tí wọ́n ṣe ń ṣa àwọn ènìyàn káàkiri wọ́n ń fi gbogbo yẹn ṣẹ̀rùbà àwọn ènìyàn ni ṣé ó yẹ ká fi ti Sowore Mr. Sowore ó yẹ ká fi kọ́gbọ́n ṣé ààrí tí wọ́n ṣe ṣe Mr. Sowore tó ń ti bẹ́ẹ̀ Mr. Sowore ó má sì dúró gbọ́n kọ́lọ́run bá kó bá wa dá ẹ̀mí ẹ̀ sí kọ́lọ́run jẹ́ kẹ́mí ẹ̀ gùn torí a nídìí irú Mr. Sowore yìí a nídìí irú wọn àwọn tó nífẹ̀ẹ́ mẹ̀kúnnù lélẹ́yìí àwọn tó nífẹ̀ẹ́ ọmọlàkejì wọn gẹ́gẹ́ bí ara wọn lélẹ́yìí àwọn tí wọ́n yé ti shitting òun làwọn léyìí àwọn tó jẹ́ pé wọ́n rẹ́dì láti kú síbi òótọ́ àná àwọn tó jẹ́ pé wọ́n rẹ́dì láti kú lórí pé káwọn ènìyàn wọn kọ́ kúrò lóko ẹrú lòun fẹ́ a nídìí irú Sowore yìí tí wọ́n ṣe fi ìyà jẹ Sowore tó Mr. Sowore ó má sì dúró gbọ́n ìmọ̀ ni a nídìí irú wọn àmọ́ tún yìí ń ṣe mí láàánú pé tòun tí Mr. Sowore má kúrò ní Àbújá ààrẹ ní sọ̀rọ̀ láti ìgbà náà ààrẹ àwọn èèyàn dìde lórí ọ̀rọ̀ náà ìlú dìde ni àmọ́ ṣe mí láàánú ẹ jẹ́ dìde kí là ń bẹ̀rù fún kí là fẹ́ máa sá fún ṣé sójà. ẹ má bínú ẹ bá subscribe torí tẹ́ ṣe ń wò mí sí lórí Facebook yìí bẹ́ẹ̀ náà lẹ́ẹ̀ máa wò wá kedere ní YouTube wa náà orúkọ Facebook wa yìí page Facebook wa yìí orúkọ kan náà ni pẹ̀lú kíní o pẹ̀lú YouTube náà.
Mr. DJ, music all day life, make you just stay jam, as we dey survive. No human right, no justice, poverty dey celebrate terrorism, professor dey work for illiterate, unemployment on the replay, most oga at the top no get certificate, Chinese doctor don escape, our health minister no know where they dey. God bless our Nigerians are suffering and smiling. It's time for Nigerians to wake up. Wake up. Biafra say they won't break up.
Ẹ má bínú, mo máa dá fídíò ìdúró ní àsìkò yìí náà. Bí ògo bá ń jẹ́ tọlọ́run, a padà tún pàdé ní alẹ́ yìí. Èmi mo máa wá o, ẹ̀yin náà ni a máa rí láṣẹ Elédùmarè. Ó dìgbà náà báyìí. Ẹ jẹ́ a pàdé lálẹ́ láṣẹ Ọlọ́run.
Forget your sorrow, will you overcome? People say it's funny, oh yeah. Them go dey pumping plenty, oh yeah. But when they reach them corny, oh yeah. They say go do so corny, oh yeah. Go come here, oh yeah. Go come here, oh yeah. Our money not growing. It don't fly like la ba la ba la ba la ba la ba.
Dollar and 400 naira. When will dollar equal naira? Just to service our budget. Lack of proper vision. If the poor man no go fit sleep, I swear the rich no go fit sleep. Leaders wey dey share coconut tree, na their own word wey dey go to youth. Election time they go use you. We just dey jam, as we dey try survive.
Country hard, but we go overcome. Yeah, we go overcome. But we go overcome. But we go overcome. Country hard, but we go overcome. But we go overcome. But we go overcome. People say they funny, oh yeah. But when it reach them, funny, oh yeah. They say go do so.